Yo, what it is, world? It's your boy Jay Newz, and you are now tuned in to Not Rated Radio, the dopest online podcast worldwide. And today we're back with a fire interview from rising adult performer. I would like to introduce the lovely and beautiful Jessica Starling. How you doing, baby?
Hello, I am excellent, thank you.
That's what it is. I like to hear that. I like your aura. You got a real like cheerful, you know.
Oh, thank
I
you.
like that. I like that. Well, this is how we get it started, Jessica, is by letting all of our supporters and fans out there get a brief summary on who Jessica Starling is from the start of your career to where you are now.
For sure. So I've been kind of like an adult for my whole adult life. I started when I was 18. I started stripping. There was 1 year where I was not in the adult industry because I had a dumb boyfriend, but that's okay.
Mm,
And then, so after that, I started webcamming and making my own content. And just this past year in March, I started filming porn for studios.
mm, okay. So how
Yeah.
do you like that transition of just doing that, going to studios from just doing the regular content?
Yeah, no, I love it. Because when you're doing it all by yourself, it can be a little isolating sometimes just because it's just you in your apartment all day, every day, you know?
Okay.
So it's nice to go work with other people, meet a lot of other interesting and cool people in the industry. So I've been really liking it.
Okay. So were you doing like can work before? That's why you were all
Yeah,
isolated by yourself?
camming and then making my own videos and selling them like OnlyFans, ManyVid, stuff like that. Hi,
Okay.
this is my cat. Sorry.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. It's like I gotta make an appearance too, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's dope. Okay. So, with going into the transition of that, you've been doing this since you say you were 18.
Yeah. Mhm.
Um, how where were you born and raised at?
So I was born in Toronto, Canada.
Okay.
Um, Raised in a small town outside of Toronto. So, small town life. Yeah.
Okay, the small town life. I'm at it. I'm at it. Okay, yeah, because I usually ask, all the people that I interview, like, where they from and what was their background and stuff like that. And it's very interesting to hear, like, where everybody's coming from. It's just like,
Yeah.
sex is everywhere. you know?
Exactly. Exactly. I had bigger dreams outside my small town.
No, I hear that. I hear that. So, with going into that, is your typical shoot day like for yourself? Well, how keep break us down, step by step on what goes behind on the scene that we do as the consumer don't really get to see.
Yeah, so for shoot day for my own content, I get up, I have my little breakfast, I get ready, shower, makeup, hair. And then the night before, I will have written down outlines of all the videos that I want to do that day. And so then I
Mm.
go over that. And then I set up my space. I get ready all of my outfits that I'll be wearing, any toys that I'll be using and stuff. I just get everything ready so it's all ready to go. And then I kind of just go down the list. And so then I go from typically least difficult and messy to most difficult and messy.
Okay.
And then I'll film like 4 to 8 videos in a day. And then I have 2 to 4 days per week of filming.
So everything's really structured. You just don't just everything's like next day, gotta do this, 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 this. It's
Yes.
not just like get a camera and just let's see what happens.
Oh no, everything is meticulously planned, but that's just how I am as like a person.
I
So
like that. I
yeah.
like that. It's like you when you know what you're going into, you can always just execute it way better. That's why I be telling a
Yeah.
lot of people is it's like planning is an everyday necessity because it's just like you don't
Oh,
know what your
absolutely.
next move is gonna be. At
I
least
have
you
so many notebooks and like planners and like calendars. I have all the notes and this fucking post-its, everything
feel.
like that. Yeah.
I respect it, girl. I definitely respect it. I
Yeah.
definitely do. Okay. Well, now going forward more into it, when it comes to being an adult performer, what are some of the categories that you like to perform in?
For sure. So I have niches that I do often. And so those are on the more vanilla side. I do a lot of mommy role play, the stepsister role play, because it's a thing right now.
Okay.
I also do a lot of impregnation fetish and homewrecker role play. And then on the femdom side of things, because I also do female domination content, I like to do cunt eating instructions, humiliation, strap-on content, and also cuckolding. And so those are kind of my main areas of expertise.
Okay. Now, which one's your favorite one doing? Like, which one you like? Oh, I get to do this today with this studio or this person. Like, which would be your favorite type
uh,
of?
I do really love the mommy role play just because I feel like I'm really good at it. I'm
Okay.
really good at it. And then also, if you're having a bad day, humiliation content is really fun to do because
Nice.
I just get to like talk shit to the camera, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
I dig that. You say either mommy role or humiliation. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, from your job, from being a adult performer, what do you like in your, personal space, headspace, where you're just like watching porn on, just by yourself or with company? What do you? Is it still the same, or is it just different from
Yeah,
your
it's
actual?
different. Because I like things. If I'm gonna watch something, it has to be something that I have a personal connection to. So usually, it's just things that I film with people that I like.
Okay.
Because it's a little bit different because I'm not necessarily. I don't necessarily need that visual stimulation. Um, I can do it in my own head sometimes. But if I am wanting a little extra stimulation there, then yeah, some of my own videos with people that I'm into. That's that's my go-to. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. That's interesting. I like that. So do you have any specific performers that you like, oh, really like him or really like her to work with and I'll do it, with them again or vice versa or
Oh yeah, no, I've worked with a ton of cool people. When I first went to the States to work, I just filmed with so many people just because I'm like, this is my first time doing this, so I'm just gonna fucking film with everyone. And
Mhm.
I love I kind of went a little overboard when I first did it, but I love that I did it because I just got to meet so many cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
I
wait.
yeah.
Okay. Well, now, is there more work in the States, United States, more than Toronto area, or is it still kind of like
Mhm.
equal,
In
or how's
terms
that all up?
in terms of studio work, yeah, it's definitely all in the States. There isn't really an industry to speak of to the degree that there is in like LA, Miami, and Las Vegas.
Hmm.
I would love to see that change in the future. Because I feel like why not? I think that that is mostly the case because all the infrastructure is already there for the industry in LA, Miami, and Las Vegas. And it would be like an expensive thing to invest in that somewhere else. But,
Hmm.
I'd like to see it for us, Canadian performers too. So, because not
I mean, I
everyone
think
can
that would
come to
be
the
pretty
States.
dope. It's like a big hub for Canada is Toronto, you know what I'm saying? So a lot
Oh,
of business, a lot
mhm,
of stuff goes there through and out. And I
absolutely.
feel like it should be maybe a consideration, you know what I'm saying? Just like one of the hubs
Absolutely.
like out of the, you know, uh Canada to make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely, because there's already hi, because there's already a big, mainstream film industry in Toronto. So I think
Right.
the transition to adult wouldn't be that much more effort.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. Okay, now still going forward with this. What is the one I would say kind of not like weird, but like a request that you have from like a studio that you were just like, oh, like it was weird to you, but you're just like, oh,
Uh,
I guess okay.
so one thing about me is I have no shame.
Okay. I
So,
like that.
I don't care what little weird fetish you have. If you're paying me and it's, like, within my comfort zone, then whatever. I've, like so usually it's not like a studio requesting this. Everything that I film for a studio has been pretty tame.
Mm,
But so some custom requests that I do privately for clients is, like, I've, like, covered myself in mustard.
You have? Are you?
I
Are you?
have, I have.
Okay,
That's
okay.
the thing that I have done. You can go see it on my many vids. You can go buy that video where I cover myself in mustard. I have a video where I wore an adult diaper because, again, I have no shame. I don't care. I'll wear an adult diaper.
Right, right.
um, what other things have I done? I've done giantess role plays where I pretend to be like a 50-foot woman. And
Really?
then I get like a little like gummy candy and then I eat it pretending it's like a person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now that's interesting. That's wild. I like that
Yeah,
too.
but like I don't like I think it's fun. I
No,
I like doing the things that aren't conventional because it's more fun. Like, yeah, okay, I'll pretend to eat people as a 50-foot woman. Why not?
why not? You know, why
Yeah.
not? It's all fits within the character of the role playing, so it's all good. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. Okay. Well, going into it, do you now let's talk about a little bit more for the fan supporters out there. What are your next steps that you have for going for, your fan supporters? What do you want to tell them that you're going that you have in the works for right now?
For sure. Well, I am, always filming a lot more content for them. So they're going to see a lot more coming from me with other people and also me by myself again. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm also continuing to shoot a lot of studio porn.
Okay.
So there's that. And then also, hopefully, I'm going to get because I'm getting to a point now where I need to start hiring people. So
Hmm.
I'm going to have a lot more time to actually interact one-on-one with my fans, and then also hopefully invest more into my Twitch streams, and then hopefully starting a couple of YouTube channels as well.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So going more into it, what are some of the hobbies that you have when you're not in, your work mode and you actually have some free time to just do some, self-care with yourself? What do you like to do on that?
For sure. Well, I like to play video games.
Oh, nice.
I like to play video games. I like to watch horror movies. And then I like to have a joint and a glass of wine.
I like all that. I like all of that. Okay.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
next one, what video games you like to play?
I like a lot of different types of video games. I like strategy games, I like RPGs, and I like horror games mostly.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I've been playing Crusader Kings 3 lately.
Okay, you've been in the vibe with that. I dig that.
Yeah, yeah.
I dig that. Okay.
Mhm.
Now with the horror movies, because I like horror movies too. What is your type of horror? Like, are you like all the way or just like a little mild? And if you
Oh,
are,
all the
what are
way.
your all the way? Okay. Now, what are your movies that you like?
Well, actually, yesterday I just watched X, and I thought it was excellent.
Okay.
It's a really good movie. I really loved how it felt like because it was set in 1979. It really felt like the filming style that they used of it really reminded me of like the old Halloweens and stuff like
Mm, okay.
It was a really awesome movie, actually. So I'm excited to see Pearl next, which is the next one. It's like the sequel. I hope
Okay.
it's as good as X. So recently, that was a great movie. Midsommar, I saw recently as well. Really excellent movie. I've seen a lot of the classics, but I'm catching up on the new ones right now. So I just watched like The Babadook, Midsommar. I still have to do Hereditary.
Mm,
And then, yeah, I just watched X and it was fantastic.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely check that out. I haven't seen anything new recently, but I really want to see that new movie that just dropped. That I forget what it's called. It starts with a B or something like that.
So the B. All right. I'm
Uh,
not sure.
Yeah, it got like real great ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, like 93 or 96% or something.
Oh, okay.
Damn, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
It just dropped, but it was like supposed to be like some top not scary movie. I was like, I definitely gotta go see it because I'm like, yo,
Uh,
if Rotten Tomatoes is giving like a 93, 96, then it gotta be something good.
oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So I definitely gotta check that out. But okay. So the horror movies, and my last one, what is your favorite type of smoke? Are you a sativa, indica, or hybrid type of woman?
I'm definitely a sativa. I
Hey.
smoke mostly sativas. Because if I smoke, if I have like a joint kind of in the middle of the day just to like whatever, I don't want to fall asleep.
Exactly. No, I definitely feel that because I'm a sativa smoker myself. That's all I like really smoke is sativa. And everybody's like, man, I don't want to be up all the time. I'm like, I don't want to be asleep all the time. Like I got stuff I need to do
Yeah,
and
I
conquer.
gotta
Like
do things. I'm a busy girl. I want to like chill out, but also still do things.
exactly. I don't like to be like sunk in the couch, like super
Yeah.
stoned. Like, nah, that's not the wave.
Yeah, and it still like relaxes me enough to the point where I can smoke it at night and it still helps me sleep.
Mm. Yeah, I
So
feel the same
yeah,
way too. I
yeah.
really like sativa or like hybrid sativa, like sativa dominant
For
more than
sure.
the indica. But so on. It is what it is. So, what is some advice that you can give to a woman or a guy that's trying to get into the porn industry? What is some advice that you could shed on them that you experienced and you were like, I can talk about this?
Okay. Um, for men, because I have a lot of men ask me all day, every day, how they can get into porn.
Hmm.
And if you live in the States, just contact an agency, do some research, contact an agency. They'll probably ask you to send some pictures and you can just kind of go from there. It's not like a super hard thing to do. You
Okay.
can do it. So like whether or not they'll accept you is like another thing, but that's how you try. That's how you
Right.
try. In general, though, I would say before you consider joining the adult industry, consider the doors that it might close for you. Because getting into porn specifically, it's very hyper visible.
Hmm.
So if you're a person who's like, I don't want anyone to find out that I'm doing this, then I don't think you should do this because everyone in your life will find out eventually. Um,
Hmm.
because it's going to be all over the internet, especially if you're, being successful at it.
Hmm.
And if this isn't like your long term thing, this isn't like your long term career, like you want to do this for money for a little bit and then do something else, depending on what that something else is, that might not be an option for you anymore once you start to film porn. So, like, if you want to do anything with children, then you should not do porn.
Okay.
If you want to do anything in terms of government and politics, do not do porn. Um, there are some guys who do their own thing. They just do like a POV thing. They don't show their face, and I get it. But it's definitely I think it's a little bit harder to do,
Hmm.
um, because when you're not in it like that, when you don't show your face, it's like a lack of trust sometimes. I think if you're trying to
Hmm.
work with other performers, because it's kind of like a power imbalance where you are profiting off of the girl you're having sex with, showing her entire self, but you just kind of have to be a disembodied penis,
All right.
you know?
Yeah, I feel that.
Um, so getting started like that, it's a little bit harder. At least for me, that's the way that I look at it.
Hmm. That makes
Um,
sense.
yeah, because if you're not in it fully, then there's kind of like a power imbalance there when it comes to interacting with you, filming with you, and stuff like that. But again, yeah, really consider what doors it might close for you, because unfortunately, this is a very stigmatized job.
Hmm.
And if you're coming into this, you're going to get that stigma, and it's not going to ever go away because all the porn on the internet is never going to go away.
Right.
So that's
Okay.
just what you have to consider first.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it, folks. Y'all gotta be prepared for what y'all are about to get into when it comes to the adult industry, and you just have to, know that your stuff's gonna be out there. It's not going anywhere. So make
Yeah.
sure y'all taking y'all research and make sure y'all do the due diligence of knowing what's going on. So, with
Yeah.
that note, I just want to say thank you, Jessica Starling, for stepping on to the Not Rated Radio Show with me, your host, Jay Newz, chopping it up, getting some info on you and getting info on just, what's it like to be an adult performer. And I just want to say it's been a blessing and a privilege to have you on. And
Thank
before we
you.
get up out of here, though, I just want to ask: can you give all the fan supporters your social media handles that they can follow you on, and some of the websites that they can see you on?
Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Jessica Starling, but that first E is a three, so it's J3 Jessica Starling. And then on Instagram at Jessica Starling XO, and then you can join my free OnlyFans page by going to onlyfans.com/Jessica Starling free.
There we go. So make sure y'all run up the numbers and make sure y'all stay in tune with what she got going on. Very, very good aura right here. Good light.
Oh, thank
And I
you.
like where she's going with it. So definitely stay in tune with her. Well, Jessica, like I said, it's been a pleasure. Thank you again for coming on the show. If you have anything else that you would like to talk about or inform us about, feel free to hop on and, we can chop it up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Not a problem. You have a good one.
You as well.
All right.